Hello, dear friends. So, today we're going to talk about the film Odyssey, the most anticipated Christopher Nolan film of this year. So, let's talk about it. I had a chance to watch it not for the first show, but around noon yesterday, and it is really a good experience. The theater was almost packed despite it being a working day. I mean, people just flocked into the theater anticipating Christopher Nolan's magic on screen. And I won't say it was a disappointment or it was a big fail, but from some people's point of view, maybe it could have been a bit more intense or filled with or packed with action scenes or something. There is enough action in it, but that's not the point of the whole film. We know in Christopher Nolan films, the pacing is going to be slow, the cuts are going to be slow, and there's going to be a dark vibe which is prevalent. Despite the color of the costume of the characters, it could be green, it could be white, it could be any other color, but there would be a prevalent doom or sort of vibe, a darkness that is prevalent, just as in the Batman trilogy. So I got the same kind of vibe here, not because of the Agamemnon's costume, which looked like Batman's and was getting bashed in the trolls and all. So, what I would like to talk about is the experience of the movie itself, not the story, because almost everybody who goes and watches this movie would be already researched or knowledgeable about the background of Helen of Sparta, what happened in Troy, what caused, and almost the summary of Iliad and Odyssey by Homer. Being a literature teacher myself, I had the opportunity to go deep into the character's mind and experience what was happening there. I mean, Greeks were often portrayed in popular culture by Hollywood or dramas or poetry as valiant heroes who can't be defeated. They are so valiant, they are almost equal to gods, demigods. I mean, we have Achilles, Hercules, and many such examples who don't really have any weakness. I mean, even if they have, that would be trivial compared to the rest of the humans. But in this case, the human side was actually portrayed without really harming the character. I mean, sometimes when we humanize long celebrated characters, we end up destroying the whole vibe and aura about them. But maintaining that, I mean, when Odysseus comes back to a certain location after a long gap, people who are not even really associated with the Greek culture from Kerala, my place, actually started whistling because of the presentation. I mean, they are so immersed in the story. The story was so well told that there was no additional need for anyone to research in between or have to be researched already to be familiarized with the Greek culture or story or anything. Because whomsoever the character was given, if you want to know more about them, of course, you have to do the research. You are at the liberty to do that. But that was not really necessary. I mean, everything was already given. The different gods. I mean, you maybe have to be familiar with who are the different gods or what their powers are, and what the political reasons for this war to take place. Some sort of a conflict that takes place between the gods and ends up humans as scapegoats and stuff like this. You may have to research if you want to know more about it, but that doesn't really affect the flow of the story. It's all about the character Odysseus and sort of reverse coming of age. I mean, he is someone who is a fighter, a warrior, and he's got an idea, and that changes the course of his life as well as the Greeks. And what happens is that the Zeus law is breaking down, and everybody is just falling apart, civilization is falling apart, and how does it affect people and their mind. And of course, Odysseus as the character, as the protagonist, moves from one location to another, and also in his mind as well travels experiences from one location to another, and it shows the ancient world as described in Homer's epic. There are so many magical beings such as giants, or one night giant people. I don't exactly know the name of that particular animal. So it is actually shown as it is something of a reality. When there is not much magic or gods descending from the heavens or taking part in the war in a way, there is not really so many scenes. There are not many scenes of war or something like that. It's mostly the emotional transcendence of the character of Odysseus along with his fellow crewmate. Their human instincts taking over, their Greek valiance and other values and stuff. I mean, often, as I told you, Greeks are portrayed as people who can't be defeated. They are at the top of the human order or whatever. But here they are just humans. They end up in a situation. They don't really have a choice. They also have human weaknesses. They have hunger. They have all the other sorts of human problems, and they fight among each other. They have superstitions. They succumb to them. But in this case, the superstitions are true because the gods and demigods, all sort of things, are actually active. It's almost magical realism and stuff like those going on. So I guess it could be a good watch for you guys. Just go out and check it out if you haven't already. If possible, I'd be watching the film on an IMAX format and screen again, maybe towards the end of the next week when the crowd just quietens down. I'm not sure if it does because it's going to be a huge surge. And to the online bashers and negative mongers, and I'm not sure costume is affecting or casting is affecting the flow of the movie. So yeah, please go and check it out.